Morning, folks. I think we're set. Right on. Good morning, folks. I am Gail Wolf, and it's Saturday. And so this is last day of the week that I do this. Tomorrow I take off, which is also pretty awesome. And this is morning medicine. This is where I talk a bit about some different current issues, some different healing techniques, or ways to move through certain things in life or navigate certain situations, and also do some somatic healing work and a guided meditation. And that's kind of my thing with these morning medicines. And I'm running a little bit late this morning. Had just a slow morning. Anybody ever had that? Of course you have. Everybody has these things. Just a slow morning where just things just slow motion, right? Can't quite seem to get the ball rolling. Well, the ball's rolling now because I'm sitting here talking. So here we go. Right on. Today I'm going to talk about truth and authenticity and how uh, in our society right now we don't have a lot of it. In fact, given the in our current uh, pandemic or the coronavirus that's going on, of the polls taken, there are a very high number of people that believe that the coronavirus was created in a lab and released into public through one means or another. I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories on this, but this is a belief that's out there, a very strong one that's out there. There's another huge belief that's going on out there about our government's role in this, and there's just a lot of distrust. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of fear, and people are hungry to check in and have a taste of something real. Hey, Susan, right on. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Hey, Emily, Amanda. Whoops, I just hit the wrong button. My thumbs sometimes don't do what I want them to do. Whatever. Um, so so this is why I'm calling this morning. I'm calling this authenticity is the new currency. So many people are just hungry for truth. So many people are hungry for authenticity. So many people are hungry for something that's just real and just true. Something that we can watch in the news, something we can hear on the radio, see on the internet, and actually trust that what we're seeing is authentic, that what we're seeing is real, that it's true. And I hate to say this, but we have also created this scenario ourselves. If you think about what we entertain ourselves with, it's a part of the problem. For example, if you've ever watched some of these, I don't even know I don't watch this stuff, so I can't really cite a lot of these shows. But we have a lot of television shows out there right now that are about how this person had an affair on this person, how this person got away with this scandal over here, how people get away with things, or that there's some sort of fantasy around the ability to craft a story and lie and get away with something, or have a secret life that is somewhat scandalous. We fantasize about this stuff in our own entertainment. Hollywood cranks out movies constantly about the thief that gets away, or or the cheating housewife, or the cheating businessman. Whatever it is, like we fantasize about this stuff. And God, there's a show I'm trying to think of. It's the something like the Housewives of Beverly Hills, or something like that, or the Kardashians. I mean, any of these sorts of things. And the other element with these shows and the stuff that's put out there, and a lot of this goes in the glamour magazines, and so much of this is really slanted at our feminine population, about having the makeup just right, and the hair just right, and the boobs just right, and the body just right, the image, the focus on the image that's the image that we're putting forward. It's not authentic. It's not authentic and real. Have you ever seen these comparative photographs of these supermodels where you have a picture of them like on the cover of Glamour magazine or whatever it is, and they're just they look just they're almost too perfect, right? And then you see a picture of them after they get out of bed or a night at the bar or something on a weekend that they have, and they're just like they look terrible. And you're like, how could this person be this person here? And begin to see how manipulated their images are. You begin to see how untrue even that photograph of this person is. We can't trust half the shit that we see being thrown at us on a daily basis, and yet so many of us gobble it up like it's good for us somehow. And this is the stuff that is influencing our kids. This is stuff that's influencing everyone in our society. And I realize that this is a very small example, but it's a very subtle but powerful truth that works its way into our subconsciousness on a daily basis. And then we want to complain about that we have a politician that stands up behind the podium and can't believe a word that he says. Well, untruth is pervasive throughout our entire society at every level. We entertain ourselves with it. We run our businesses with it. We run our government with it, with an image, with a pretty speech, pretty words, and empty promises. And someone skips along and gets a grant or a money for whatever they're trying to do, and then they do whatever they want with it. It's disgusting. We live in a culture that's hungry for truth. We live in a culture that's hungry for authenticity. And I truly believe that as we move forward and as we go through this time that we're currently in, that those who are truthful, honest, and real are the ones who are going to be rising to the top. I really believe that after a period of time, after we've gone through where we're currently at in our society, in this ending of times, if you will, that what will emerge is truth. Because man, we're hungry for it. We are hungry for it. This is, and I don't want to turn this into a political discussion, but I just want to point something out in the way these two men presented themselves, or the way these two men present themselves. I'm going to talk about two of our different presidents. Okay. Now, again, I'm not going to get political. I'm not advocating or condemning either one of these men. I'm just talking about presentation. I'm going to talk about the current President Trump and Obama. Now, Trump, when he talks or when he speaks, do you believe what he's talking about? Do you believe what he's saying? I don't, not at all. It's like he doesn't present himself in a way that I believe in any fashion. He makes it up as he goes. Obama, when he would speak, it was like there was a presence that he had behind what he said. Now, I don't always believe that everything he said was truthful. Not at all. He was a politician. He had to say things to keep his job. But I believe the things that he said far more than the ones than what I'm hearing right now. And there's a part of me that really wants to believe what I'm hearing. I really do. And I believe I'm not the only person. I believe that our whole country, in fact, probably our whole planet, is full of people who want to believe and trust in the things that we hear being said out there. So, one other thing that I want to go into around this is that when we go from inauthenticity and lies, deceit, and we begin to move towards authenticity and truth and honesty, that trajectory and that path going between from one extreme to the other is tough. It's hard. It really is. Because what happens is you have to eventually face on that journey and that trajectory everything that was untrue. You have to face all the bullshit. And the number one thing to being able to trust other people and know that they're being honest is to be able to trust yourself and be honest ourselves. If we're running around telling half truths and lies and then turning around and complaining about someone that lies to us, it doesn't work that way, folks. Whatever we put into the world is what comes right back to us. In this dimension, in this world, everything reflects. We are constantly having ourselves reflected back to us all the time. And so that process of getting honest and getting real can be very painful. It can be very uncomfortable and be very disturbing. There's the adage of the truth may set you free, but first it might piss you off. And that is so true. Because when we really start looking at ourselves and start looking at the ways that we ourselves are not authentic, that we ourselves are not truthful or honest, it's a tough pill to swallow. It really is. And sometimes it can tank us, cause us to go into depression or go into dark places of self loathing, fear, or what have you. But it's a journey and it's not an easy one, but it is totally worth it. Because one thing that you start to notice is when you start being honest and right in alignment with your values, you start telling the truth and you're just a straight ass shooter, is that those who aren't straight shooters in your life, you start having to face them and they start having to face you. And eventually they wander away. But tell you what, there are other people that come right in who are way more honest and way more integrous and more in alignment with your own ability to speak your truth. And that is the bottom line. And if this whole little talk I just gave, this last 10 minutes that I spent talking, had a crescendo, it would be right here. And that is that right now, our ability to be honest and speak our truth in the face of whatever may come at us or in the face of whatever lies are being spoken around us is going to be a strength that is going to be very admired and even revered. It's a big deal. And especially at this time where we have governments that are, our government is tracking people. And here's where I'm going to go with this is that I had a friend of mine told me yesterday that she had another friend of hers, a friend of a friend, was going from California to Utah. The dude got 5 minutes inside of the Utah border and received a text asking, "What are you doing here? How long will you be here? What is your business?" That's some scary shit, right? So, where I'm going with this is we're going to have outside organizations asking us to do things and subjugating us to things that we may not want to do. And there's going to be a point where we have to be authentic and honest with ourselves and what we're willing to move through and be with. This is not necessarily going to be the easiest thing to move through, but there is an ending. There is another side of this, and this all goes to a great place. So, there are going to be things that are removed, and there are going to be more things that are added later that are much better. But we have to be truthful and integrous and authentic to ask for them and to stand for the things that we believe in and be willing to stand in it. Cool. So I don't know if that's a rant. That's my soapbox. That's my speech. It's my talk for the morning. Um, what I want to toss in there also is that I'm also looking for ideas for topics to talk about, different things that I can go into with these morning medicines. The other thing is I'm looking for feedback on the somatic healing work that I do on these, the SRI or somatorespiratory integration, and also on the guided meditations that I do with these. You know what works for you, what is working for you, what is not working for you. Please feel free to message me on Facebook Messenger and or add a comment in the post. Anything is welcome. I deeply appreciate your input. And the other thing is, I do one-on-one sessions with people. Given the current circumstances, of course, I do them remotely via Zoom. And there's a link in the post there that you can click to set up a session. And also, I deeply appreciate donations. I come on here every day, and I don't get paid to do this. I do this for the benefit of everybody else, and it's also good practice for me as well. And then I've also started. Well, I started 6 weeks ago. I started an intuition group called the Channel, and we meet once a week, and we practice different things like remote viewing, animal communication, past life reading. We do practicing one-on-one sessions with people, and this is all online. And it's a $10 subscription. You can $10 a month, and you can come on for an hour, or we usually run a little bit over an hour plus once a week. And also coming will be additional helpful videos on how to do some of these, how to exercise your own intuitive techniques. And yeah, it's only $10 a month. It's pretty cheap. And then one last thing is every Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock Central Time, that's 6 o'clock in California or 9 o'clock on the East Coast, I do live channeling. And so I get a group of people and or whoever wants to be there, and I channel a message, and it's usually between half hour, 45 minutes, and then I do a question answer session with people. And you can purchase your ticket on the link there as well, and that's only $5 with an optional $5 additional donation if you would like. And yeah, all of it's there. So appreciate your support, appreciate your business, and look forward to working with you hopefully at some time. And without further ado, I'll dive in and um, jump into the somatic work. So this is where we do a body breath mind technique called SRI, or somato respiratory integration. And this is a technique where you have intention and focus combined with your breath and putting your hands on different parts of your body. And the whole idea with this is to have presence inside, presence to what's going on in your internal landscape. And whenever we can get authentic with what's going on inside and have no judgments about it, just be present, we get grounded, we get focused, and we tend to drop in. And um, when when we're grounded, focused, and present, we can always make better, wiser, more authentic decisions. We line up with ourselves, we line up with what's really true for us, and we're able to focus on our daily lives more. And so this exercise we're about to do is a great way to start your day, just being grounded, being present with yourself, and you can move through the day in a much more graceful fashion. At least I do. So all right, so just take a moment and close your eyes. Get yourself into a seated position or laying down. Just take a moment to check in. Take a moment to drop in and get present. Give yourself the gift of the here and the now. There's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. There's only right here, right now. And allow your awareness to come more centrally into your breath. Allow your awareness to come inside your body. Let any thoughts you have about where you're going today or what you might be doing to just drift away. Give yourself the gift of the here and the now. All right. Bring your hands up here to your upper chest, below your collarbones and above your nipple line. One hand over the other. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Elbows just hang to your sides. And what we'll do is we'll take 5 breaths, breathing in the nose and out the mouth, and be focusing on the energy, movement, and breath strictly through this area first, and then the solar plexus second, and then the navel third. All right, here we go. Eyes are closed and breathing in the nose. Breathing into the area beneath your hands, stretching with the energy, movement, and breath, expanding, and then exhaling out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way back into your chest. Nice job. And breathing in the nose for the second breath. Focusing your breath, energy, and movement to the space beneath your hands. And stretching a little bit on that inhale and exhale. Squeezing your hands back into your chest. Nice job. All right, breathing in the nose for the third breath. Expanding with the energy, movement, and breath through the space beneath your hands. Good job. And expanding just a little bit more through the breath and out the mouth. Allowing the hands to sink all the way back down into your spine. And breathing in the nose for the fourth breath, connecting with the energy right in front of your spine and breathing that energy through to the surface of your skin towards your hands. Nice job. Stretching a little bit more on that inhale and exhaling from the hands through the hands all the way back through to the base of your spine, compressing it down. And last breath, breathing in the nose, breathing forward from the spine forward. Stretching with the energy, movement, and breath. Nice job. And out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way back into your chest. Nice work. All right, bringing your hands down here to your solar plexus. One hand over the other. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Awareness is in your solar plexus. And this time we're going to be focusing the breath from the nose all the way down and having it come forward through the solar plexus. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, stretching with the energy, movement, and breath, and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to compress all the way back into your spine. Nice work. And breathing in the nose for the second breath. Stretching with the energy, movement, and breath from the spine forward through your hands and out the mouth. Letting your hands expand and out the mouth. Sinking it all the way back down. Nice job. And breathing in the nose for the fourth breath. Expanding energy, movement, breath through your solar plexus and out the mouth. Sinking your hand all the way back down. Nice job. And breathing in for the last breath in the solar plexus. And out the mouth. Sinking your hands all the way back to your spine. Nice work. Bring your hands down here to your belly button. One hand over the other. Again, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Elbows hang to your side. Breathing in your nose from the belly all the way forward. Expanding with the energy, movement, and breath all through your navel and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way back in towards your spine. Good job. And breathing in the nose for the second breath. Breathing from the spine forward through your navel and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way back to your spine. Nice work. All right, breathing in your nose for the third breath. Expanding the belly, expanding the energy, expanding the movement. Nice job. And out the mouth. Allowing the hands to sink all the way back deep into your belly, compressing it down, getting a nice compression. And breathing in the nose for the fourth breath. And out the mouth. Sinking it all the way down. All right, breathing in the nose for the last breath, breathing from the spine forward all the way through to your hands, expanding with the energy, movement, and breath from your spine all the way forward through your belly button, expanding that energy, expanding your belly, expanding your awareness, and exhaling out the mouth, allowing your hands to sink all the way back deep into your belly as you compress your energy and breath and breathe normal. Let your hands come to your knees or your thighs or your side and just check in. Check in with where you're at. Check in with your thoughts. Check in with your energy. Where is your awareness right now? What are you present to? And the whole idea with this exercise is to just connect inside and to not have any judgments about what you find. Right now, a lot of us are experiencing a lot of fear, a lot of apprehension, negative feelings, negative thoughts, that kind of thing. This exercise, when you breathe into these areas and you just allow yourself to breathe into them, you literally breathe through that anxiety. You breathe through that discontent. You breathe through that fear. When you're able to bring breath and awareness into anxiety and into fear, you nullify it, you ground it. And that's the whole point of doing this, is to connect with it and drop in through it to create a sense of grounding in these areas of our bodies that we hold the anxiety and that we hold the fear. It brings us present to what's going on inside without judgment. When we're able to feel anxiety and fear inside without judgment, we're able to navigate the outer world so much better in a balanced way when these feelings come up. We're able to be present and make better decisions on a moment to moment basis. All right. So, the next part that we're going to work with is the guided meditation part of this. And this is where you just get to listen and go for the ride, basically, is what this amounts to. And so, um, I've had some people give some feedback around the orb part of this. And so when I get to the part where I'd start talking about the orb and seeing the orb in the third eye or in the pineal gland, if you can't see the orb, not all of us are visual. Some of us are better at feeling or sensing, or some of us don't even have that. Some of us just have to trust that it's there until we finally connect with it. But if you're not able to see the orbs, allow yourself to just trust that they're there and breathe directly into the areas I'm talking about and just expand the energy that you sense right there. What this does is it expands awareness in different parts of our brains, like the different glands in our brains, the pituitary and the pineal. Which our pituitary is where we take our imagination, and the pituitary literally sends out like from our third eye. You've heard of the third eye, it's a space right here. The pituitary is like a movie projector. It's like the lens on a movie projector where what we believe and perceive, we actually begin to see that out in the world. Our beliefs are always reflected back to us, and it's our pituitary gland that is the active element within that process. Our pineal gland, which is behind the between the ears, which is the second place you breathe into, that's the house of the intuition. That's where our intuition um, exists, basically, and that's where we're able to connect with angels, guides, spirits, deceased relatives, deceased pets, anything that's alive and has frequency in the etheric realms. We pick that up through our pineal gland, and when our pineal gland activates with our pituitary gland, we're able to basically connect with the divine in the space between our ears in the pineal gland, and then we're able to project that vision or that knowing, if you will, through the pituitary gland out into the world out here. By having a connection between the pituitary gland and the pineal gland is one of the ways to see and know continuity in the world and or peace on earth. This is one of the things that is beginning to develop more and more in humanity as we evolve, is this primary connection. And it looks like an infinity sign between the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. It literally does this. And when the two communicate, that's when you really start to see the world in a different way. And then if you additionally have the connection going between the pineal gland and your heart, that's a whole nother ball of wax, right? Because the heart, this is the part that causes us to want to connect with other people. This is the part that this is the part where we find our own truth, where we know our own our own oneness, if you will, but also our own oneness with everybody else. So when this combines with this and combines with this, you've got a pretty you've got a pretty good focus, and you've got a pretty good connection going with the rest of the world. And one final piece with this is that there's got to be something to stabilize these different areas. The stabilizing part of our bodies is our bases. It's the space between our hips, and it's the space between our pubic bone and our tailbone. It's our base. It's our cup. Energetically, to me, it looks like a bowl. When our base is balanced, it's like it's like the earth is constantly shining light up through us, through our earth connection. And that light comes up through, and it hits the lens of our base. And our when I say base, I'm talking about um oh, it's basically our perineum. That's what I'm trying to say. The perineum or perineum. Um, is a focal point. And if that focal point is out of balance to the right or to the left or forward or backwards, it's like that earth light, that earth energy comes up through us, and it comes through in a crooked way, and it takes us out of balance. We find ourselves making imbalanced decisions. We find our energy is not as grounded. We find our energy is as out of balance. But when we're balanced in our hips, pubic bone, and tailbone, our our entire physiology realigns in an entirely different way, and it gives our hearts a sense of safety, groundedness, and peace. This is what happens down here. This is why our sexual energy is so important. What we do with it and don't do with it. If we have grounded and balanced sexual energy, if our hips, pubic bone, and tailbone are all in balance, the rest of us, the rest of our bodies, the rest of our beings feel safe, including our hearts. And when our hearts are safe, we're able to express more authentically, and we're also able to expand that heart energy up into our pineal gland, which then we have our heart connected to our pineal gland, which is connected to the divine. That's our sense of our divine selves projected forward and through our pituitary glands and out into the world. You see how this works? It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And has one of the reasons why I do this guided meditation in the way that I do and focus these orbs in these different areas. This entire system has been shown to me over the last 2 years through different dreams and through different meditations and through different downloads from my guides. And this is one of the big things that I'm here to teach, is this particular system and balancing these areas in the human body and teaching people how to balance these things in their bodies so that we can all begin living authentically grounded and more through our divine natures. All right. So, I think that's all I'll say about that for now. So, without further ado, let's do the thing. All right. So, take a moment to close your eyes, be seated or laying down, and just be present. Be present to ourselves, be present to the moment. All right. So, we'll begin by having our awareness deep in the earth. Excuse me. Got some smoothie coming up. Oh man. Okay. So awareness deep in the earth. Have your awareness on the grounded energy and the grounded frequencies of the earth. Bring your awareness into the frequencies and energies of the crystals that are in the earth. Bring your energies and awareness into the minerals of the earth. Bring your awareness to the energies and frequencies of the water that's in the earth. Bring your awareness to the frequencies and energies of the dirt that is within the earth. Bring your awareness into the lava that's in the earth. Bring your awareness into all the different elements that are in the earth. Bring your awareness into the grounded, balanced, peaceful energy that is in the earth. And to allow this grounded, balanced energy to move up through the earth towards a space where you're either seated or laying down. Bring this grounded, balanced earth energy into your toes and into the bottoms of your feet. And if it helps, you can imagine yourself walking barefoot in the grass or on the beach. Well, bring your awareness and your grounded and that grounded earth energy into your feet. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your ankles. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your calves. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your knees. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your thighs. Bring that awareness and that grounded earth energy into your hips. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your pubic bone. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your tailbone. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your lower back. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your belly. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your middle back. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your chest. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your upper back. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your shoulders. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your upper arms. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your elbows. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your forearms. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your wrists. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your hands. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your fingers. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your throat. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into the back of your neck. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your face. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your ears. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into the back of your head. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into the top of your head. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your forehead. Bring your awareness and that grounded earth energy into your eyes. Bring your awareness into the darkness behind your eyes. Bring your awareness into the darkness behind your third eye in the space of your pituitary gland. Bring your awareness to a spark of light that is beginning to form in the darkness of your mind's eye. Bring your awareness to the light and to the brightness and the color of this spark. And if you can't see it, feel it or trust that it's there. We're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in the nose and out the mouth, directly into the spark of light. Every breath is going to increase its size by a little bit. And by the third breath, we will grow this spark of light to being the full size of a marble sized orb of light and energy that will be sitting in the space between the frontal lobes of your. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, breathing directly into the frontal lobes of the brain and out the mouth. And breathing in the nose again, breathing directly into the frontal lobes of the brain. And out the mouth. And taking a third and final breath, growing this orb of light to being the size of a marble. Sitting right in the space behind your eyebrows and out the mouth. Now take this marble sized orb they have sitting behind the space of your forehead and duplicate this marble and send it straight back through the center of your brain until it resides in the space between your ears, the space of the pineal gland. And just like before, we're going to take 3 breaths and breathe directly into this space between our ears. And we're going to expand this marble sized orb into being the size of a golf ball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, expanding that orb, and out the mouth. Taking a second breath, growing this orb to be a little bit bigger. And out the mouth. And taking the third and final breath, breathing in the nose, breathing directly into the space between our ears, expanding this orb to be the size of a golf ball. And out the mouth. Awesome. Let's take a moment to check in with that. All right, so we're going to duplicate this golf ball size orb that we have sitting in the space between our ears. We're going to send its twin straight down through our throats and our necks. As this orb of light moves down, it brings healing light and healing energy into our teeth, into our mouths, into our throats, into our voice box, into our cervical spine, bringing healing light and healing energy into our upper chests, into our upper lungs, through our shoulders, all the way down until this orb of light gently resides in the space of our hearts. And now we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing directly into the center of our hearts and expand this golf ball size orb of light into being the size of a baseball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, growing the orb a little bigger, and out the mouth. And breathing in the nose for the second breath, growing the orb to be a little bit bigger. And out the mouth. And breathing in the nose for the third and final breath, growing this orb to be the full size of a baseball. And out the mouth. And just take a moment to check in with that. All right. So we're going to duplicate this baseball size orb that we have sitting in our hearts. And we're going to send its twin straight down through our bodies, straight down towards our bases. And as it moves down, it's bringing light and healing energy into our stomachs, into our gallbladders, into our livers. It's bringing rejuvenating and energizing chi into our kidneys. It's healing and balancing our small intestines, our large intestines, our spleens, our appendixes. And as it moves down, it's bringing healing energy into our colons, into our bladders, and into our bowels. Till it goes all the way down and resides in the space between our pubic bone and our tailbone, where it's bringing healing energy into our reproductive organs and our bases. And just like before, we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing directly into our base, expanding this baseball size orb till it is the size of a softball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, expanding that orb and out the mouth. Taking a second breath, breathing in the nose all the way into the space of our base. And out the mouth. And taking the third and final breath, breathing in the nose and expanding this orb to be the full size of softball. And out the mouth. All right, so we're going to duplicate this softball size orb that we have sitting in our bases. We're going to send its twin straight down, deep into the earth. Start off by sending it down 20 feet, sending it down 20 yards, sending it down 20 miles, sending that orb down 200 miles, sending that orb down 2,000 miles. Send that orb all the way down to the very center of the earth. Feel into the balance of the energy of the earth. Feel into the groundedness, the steadiness, the peacefulness of the earth. Now allow that earth energy and that orb to begin to inform the orbs and the energies that we have in our base, in our hearts, in our pineal glands between our ears, and in our pituitary glands behind the center of our forehead. And as this energy expands through the orbs that we have and the energies that we have in our bodies, they spider web out like spider webs of light, little healing lightning bolts of light and healing energy radiating out from these points within our bodies, radiating out into our immune systems, building within us the antibodies to the coronavirus and the antibodies to any virus or bacteria that could ever do our bodies harm, eradicating any cancerous cells, removing them, and bringing higher level of efficiency and cohesiveness into the growth of all the cells of our bodies, rejuvenating them all with youth and vigor. And as these energies expand out, they expand out into our nervous systems, clearing, opening, and balancing all of our neural pathways and nerve endings, bringing harmony and balance to our nervous systems. And as they spider web out further, they expand out into our bone marrow and into our bones, recalcifying our bones, healing our joints and all of our connective tissues, healing all of our cartilage, all of our ligaments, all of our tendons, energizing our myelin sheaths that goes throughout our entire body. And as these spider webs move out further, as the light moves out further from these orbs, moves out into our endocrine system, balancing and harmonizing all of our glands, all of our hormones, bringing our entire body to a greater sense of alignment, peace, and balance and health. And as it expands out further, it's healing and balancing our digestive tracts from top to bottom, healing our circulatory systems, our blood, our veins, our arteries, our capillaries, our hearts, our lungs, until they finally spread out into every cell of our bodies, activating our light bodies, activating our DNA, activating a higher frequency, a higher spin in our DNA, opening and activating the quantum layers of our DNA, bringing them into a higher state of efficiency, higher state of awareness, and higher state of consciousness, raising our frequencies and our vibrations into that of harmony, peace, and joy. Take a moment to sit with that. All right. So, whenever you're ready, you can begin wiggling your fingers, your toes, and your nose, bringing your awareness back into your body, back into the room around you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, bring your awareness fully into this present moment. Nice job, folks. Nice job. Thanks for being here with me this morning. Um, awesome. Just checking out some of the comments, saying hello to some people. Jeremy, Luke, Joy. Awesome. Great to have you here, folks. Happy Saturday morning to you all. Have an awesome weekend. Have some fun. Get out and enjoy the weather. Hopefully, it's decent where you're at. Hopefully, you don't get arrested for going outside or going to some crazy park like I did last weekend. I almost got a ticket for going to a state park last weekend. Kind of messed up, huh? I thought it was. Anyway, I will be back on Monday morning. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and take care. There we go.